necessarily to grab him, but either way.
He's gonna expect him to try.
I don't think so, but listen to this instead, Boruto. Jura has shared senses with the other Shinju currently on the battlefield.
Okay.
Shared senses.
Well, that confirms that. So that implies it's not. You're gonna hate it. It implies it's not the Renegade shared vision, but more just shared senses.
Yes, but it can't be emotion, in my opinion. I'm fine with it being sensory information. In which case,
Yeah, like sage mode,
no, I got it. Shared senses. Okay, the 5 senses. One of those is sight.
Yeah, I know. But I figured you're gonna say that, but
that's hilarious.
The problem is that they usually use sensory as not sight.
I know.
Like stage mode sensing and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll see what they say at least. If you show yourself in front of Matsuri, you will be noticed immediately by Jura. And you'll be killed. See, the thing is that I don't understand. Unless Matsuri could just tell, Boruto could just do a transformation jutsu and go, right?
That's a good point, but not only that, the other weird thing, in my opinion, is that, okay, he obviously could. It's, okay, I understand wanting to give Ryu a chance to fight on his own and whatever, but like, so he knew that Ryu was getting bodied, and he didn't lift a finger to help, the same way he did with Hidari. So, like, I expect him to show up now. Like, it's like, okay, we'll let him try. Okay, he failed, whatever, I'll go help now. But, like, if he doesn't I'm gonna be like, why is he?
Yeah. At the very least, so, okay, I'm pretty sure our current beliefs are you do not think there's a Rinnegan on the Soul Thorn. I am saying there still likely might possibly be. And so...
Possible.
Do you think...
It looks more like the just... Soulthorn design for now.
Do you
just
think,
because they haven't really done anything with them.
Especially based on Koji's dialogue here, specifying Matsuri, do you think if Boruto showed up in front of Ryu's Soulthorn and took it so that Boruto can go free Shinki and allowing Team Mitsuki to go assist Konohamaru, do you think Juro would know?
I'm gonna say yes. It's because... So for 2 reasons. Unless his vision really lets him see like 10 miles away or whatever, he could have just sensed before Hidari got blown up that he was about to get blown up, sure. But like, it feels like he was sensing even out. It's like he knew Hidari had officially for sure died. And assuming your theory that he's sensing and or seeing where Sarada and Boruto are through the Soul Thorn in their hand to do the long distance snipe, that would imply he could sense even through the Soul Thorns, in which case he would know Boruto showed up if he grabbed Ryu's.
Okay.
So I would prefer that answer at least.
Yeah. Anyways, I saw several patterns with that conclusion. And what's crazy to me, again, it wouldn't take long for him to just body Matsuri and leave. Like, Jura still has to react. Like, unless Jura's gonna appear behind him and snipe him before Boruto even realizes that Jura's there, he can just teleport away the moment he sees Jura.
Yeah.
So...
he's making it seem like Jura really wants to kill Boruto. It's like, this is my problem, though. Everything Koji's saying just doesn't work with what Jura actually did in Chapter 13. Like, if Jura's, like, gonna behave this way with Boruto, then why didn't he just snipe Boruto one more time? Unless, okay, I have a theory. Okay, I still don't like this theory, mind you, but I have a theory. My brother's by saying this is still stupid because he could just fly down. Assuming his sniping accuracy was entirely because they were holding the Soul Thorn, once he had the Soul Thorn in his hand, obviously his sniping accuracy would go down. Could be why he didn't bother. However, I'm going to counteract that. One, completely stupid. The R word, the tard word, he can just fly down and get closer. Second, he sniped Code with accuracy in a blink of an eye. Third, he was literally about to shoot him while holding the Soul Thorn before Mabushi showed up. So clearly it doesn't matter. In fact, wasn't he still really far away from Boruto when he did that? So maybe his aim just is that good.
Well, he sniped Boruto but missed his vitals. He was trying to kill him but didn't.
Yeah, but like I know, like it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close. But he stuck Chidori's soul thorn all the way to where he was. He didn't fly any closer to do that, so he was just sniping without the soul thorn's help, essentially. At least when he was about to do it again, anyway.
Well, Boruto was holding the soul thorn when he was sniped, and Sarada wasn't, but she was reaching for it. So I do think he was seeing them, but I think through the soul thorn.
No, that's fine. But he was going to snipe them again while he was still holding the soul thorn. Like he was gonna shoot again before Mamushi showed up.
You're right. You're right. Okay, that debunks my entire thing of he needed the soul thorn to do that. Dang.
Yeah, because otherwise, why was he gonna bother trying?
Unless he's just assuming that Boruto isn't moving because he's passed out on the ground, and he just remembers where Boruto is, even if he can't technically see him, he would just shoot the exact same area. But.
It's so stupid, though. I don't think that's what they're going for.
I mean, they could also just be like the Tintel's mortar bombing HQ, where he's just gonna like nuke the village. But
it's possible he was just gonna do a Bijou bomb for that last one, kill everyone.
Yeah.
But then, if that's the case, why did he just do that the first time? Why did he bother with the snipes?
Yeah. I'll also specify. Keep in mind, they're in the literal exact same position as they were last time Jura left. The reason Jura left is because a soul thorn was about to rot. Right now, Ryu's soul thorn is out. If Jura is there in front of Boruto, just like he was at chapter, 12, 13? To where Boruto showed himself in front of blah blah blah. He's gonna be noticed immediately by Jura, just like he was last time. But he wasn't killed.
Yeah, it's like Koji's implying he'll kill Boruto, then take Matsui's soul thorn back. But then why didn't he do that in chapter 13?
It's the exact same situation.
And Boruto was already down when he did it, because he was off guarded by it. So it's literally easier the first time. Like, unless Koji's just lying, okay, this is kind of a way around it. It doesn't excuse Jura's actions really, but it excuses Koji at least. If Koji is just lying to Boruto about Jura showing up and killing him, so that things can happen. So, for example, if Konohamaru dying leads to some other thing that's good, it's like similar to Stardust Monk Gecko, maybe it awakens Boruto's Jogan or awakens Sage Mitsuki 2.0, whatever it does. It does something, and that's what Koji really wants. He's making up a fake reason for Boruto. That could work, especially if Boruto shows up and Jura doesn't. And then he's like, what the hell, man? Jura didn't show up. What's the deal? And that leads to conflict. That could work. I'm not sure that's what they're going
see,
for.
the problem... They've already run into a problem. Because Koji's telling him, if you show up, you will die. You will die. And so, if Boruto shows up, like we've apparently been spoiled on, and obviously he can't die. He's the main character. He's not going to die. So, once he gets back to Koji, he's going to be like, listen, we need to have a talk. You've been lying to me. I know that. I will not trust you again. He's just ruined his whole ability, his whole 10 directions.
Yeah, because Koji's excuse would have to be, well, there was many possibilities showing it. It was the most likely future, blah, blah, blah. But Boruto would be like, most likely, whatever. Doesn't mean it was the only possible future, though.
Yeah, he's gonna say, oh, well, I told you I only saw several patterns, not all of them.
Exactly. But if that's the case, why is he saying it, like, so absolutely?
Or even worse, he's gonna say, I judged there was no reason to tell you.
I'm just waiting for whatever he says. That's gonna be funny now.
God.